Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I am Cortensia Carty, and it is indeed Friday. How are you feeling today?
Looking forward to the weekend.
Oh, that's always the case. And we begin this morning with the latest in local news. Prime Minister Dr. Drew congratulates new management staff within the Ministry of Health. This from SKNIS. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, who also serves as Minister of Health, held discussions with the management team within the Ministry of Health on Wednesday, January 25th, 2023, at the Ministry's conference room at Bladens. Wednesday's meeting provided Prime Minister Dr. Drew and the management team the opportunity to set out the agenda that will lead to the further advancement of the healthcare sector in St. Kitts and Nevis. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew also used the meeting to officially congratulate Dr. Sharon Archibald on her appointment as Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Dr. Rondalyn Dennis Bradshaw, now the new Principal Nursing Officer in the Ministry of Health. And I heard a little snippet from an interview he was on, and he was even saying he's happy to have these roles filled that weren't filled before.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on from WIN Media. The Cabinet of Ministers and the Government of St. Kitts and Nevis approved the construction of the Buckley's Uprising Monument Park. On the eve of the 88th anniversary of the Buckley's Uprising, the announcement was made that 1.57 acres of land had been earmarked for the monument. The Cabinet also approved the establishment of the Buckley's Uprising Monument Park, which will spearhead the construction of the monument to pay homage to the heroes whose lives were sacrificed during the uprising. It was that day, January 28, 1935, that sparked the birth of democracy in the Caribbean. The Nyabingi Theocracy Order commemorates the Buckley's Uprising annually, and 2023 is no exception. The event is slated for Saturday, January 28th at Buckley's Estate under the theme Recognizing, Embracing, Restoring, and Preserving the Legacy of Martyrs in the Buckley's Uprising. All right, so this is great.
Yeah,
great news, particularly since we had that discussion recently with members of the Nyabingi Theocracy Order as well.
Yeah.
So,
as I said, as the Prime Minister said, we need to keep the fire to their feet to ensure. So I really hope with this 5-year administration that we do see the monument into fruition. We continue now. Farmers learn of sustainable crop protection methods during a 3-day conference. This from SKNIS. The Department of Agriculture, St. Kitts, in collaboration with Caribbean Chemicals and Agencies Limited in Trinidad, is this week hosting a 3-day workshop for farmers and technical staff dubbed the Crop Protection Symposium. The workshop, which began on Wednesday, January 25th, is being facilitated by the technical sales agronomist of Caribbean Chemicals and Agencies Limited, Kenny Paul, and focuses on new developments in all aspects of plant protection. During the opening of the workshop, which is being held in the large conference room at the Department of Agriculture, Mr. Paul, who has also been operating as a technical sales consultant for the company over the last 7 years, explained that he has been tasked with the responsibility of educating farmers about the most suitable methods of pest and disease management. Paul explained in quote, "I hope to help them to identify common pests and insect problems in St. Kitts and Nevis and recommend best practices to suggest best practices for managing those pests effectively and in a sustainable manner." End quote.
Well, it's a good workshop for the farmers.
Yes.
They're going to benefit. Hopefully, we see long-term benefits of that as well.
Indeed.
All right, we're moving on to a check of our local weather. It is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 26 and a low of 21. That is not accurate at all. Forgive me. I don't know where we got those numbers from. So currently it is 75 degrees. I guess we're getting weather from the North Pole, it seems. All right, so currently it is 75 degrees. Your high today seems to be 78, your low 70. Take a look at your forecast for the rest of the week. And we will be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN, Tropical Edition.
exotic experience.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's time for regional news. All right, so Flow stands with UETV. This from Antigua Newsroom. Flow, the leading telecommunications and entertainment provider in the Caribbean and Latin America, has signaled its continued commitment to stand with UWI-TV, the public education platform of the University of the West Indies. The two regional entities have deepened their partnership by extending a landmark industry academic agreement. In 2019, the agreement between the two springboarded UETV's evolution as a multi-dimensional and modern media service on Flow Evo channels across the Caribbean. The partnership enabled UETV to successfully operate a dedicated cable channel, the only Caribbean education channel of its kind, broadcasted to 16 territories across the Caribbean, transforming UETV into a leading media entity delivering uniquely diverse UE and Caribbean-focused programming to millions of viewers in the region. And it is good to be an alumnus of UWI. I am so proud of this. Here we go.
Good strides, good strides. We continue now with international news. This from Good News Network. In May 2021, a new chief minister of the Indian state of Assam set out to thoroughly end poaching in the state's protected areas. Now, 20 months later, the Forestry and Police Department of the state have reported that 2022 saw no rhinos lost to poaching, the first time that's happened since 1977. Located on the borders of Tibetan China to the north and Myanmar to the east, Assam is one of the richest biodiversity zones in the world and contains Kaziranga, Manas, and Orang National Parks, as well as Probitorio Wildlife Sanctuary. Together, these four protected areas make up most of the one-horned rhinoceros range in the country, and of the 2,895 rhinos in the state, nearly all of that number can be found inside them. Cute animals.
Yeah, they're gorgeous creatures. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Fierce runners. So big and can run so fast. I want their power.
You won.
Well, there you have it for the latest for today. We have so much more on our program today on this lovely Friday. So stay tuned. Much more after this.
Hello and welcome to your favorite day of the week, Friday. It's Infused Friday, and you've guessed right, we have another marvelous infused water recipe for you today. Strawberry, lemon and green tea infused water. So let me introduce you to the benefits one can expect from this selection. Strawberries. These potent little packages protect your heart, increases HDL, which is good cholesterol, lower blood pressure and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols. Strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free and low-calorie food. The bottom line is lemons contain a high amount of vitamin C, soluble fiber and plant compounds that give them a number of health benefits. Lemons may aid weight loss and reduce your risk of heart disease, anemia, kidney stones, digestive issues and cancer. And finally, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. These compounds can improve brain function, increase fat burning. The antioxidants may lower the risk of some cancers, contribute to the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and assist in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, also in the protection of the brain from aging and reduce bad breath. Amazing benefits. Let's get infusing. Here are the ingredients. 1 bag of green tea, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1 lemon halved, juiced, and half sliced, a handful of strawberries halved, and ice cubes for serving. Directions: place tea bag in a cup of hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes, then remove, and let it cool before pouring into a jug or pitcher. Add the remaining ingredients and let it infuse for 30 minutes before serving into a large glass filled with ice. So delightful. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Mental health, as defined by the World Health Organization, is, quote, a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community, end quote. Mental health awareness, without a doubt, has finally just gotten the center stage it deserved years ago. However, understanding the concept of mental health accurately is very important. For our hot take conversation this week, hot take, all right, really hot, we'll be discussing is mental health wellness becoming an excuse?
Yeah. Funny we said that together.
Yeah.
Is it?
You know what? I'm so cautious about anything that I have to say concerning mental health as someone who's a regular person, not an expert in the least, and that is always my disclaimer. I find it hard to think of examples of how people can use mental health as an excuse, although I'm certain that there are some others who might find it easier because they might have encountered that. But I do think, by and large, it is not an excuse, and when someone says something about their mental health, then they are the person in the driver's seat and they know exactly what it is that they need in that particular situation. So who am I to judge, especially as someone who's not an expert?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I say what you say, because I don't, as I said, yesterday. You can't tell somebody they're not snap out of it, you're depressed. You can't do that. It's a process, and they have to go through certain things to get to the end. So for the person that's going through, if they say that's the case, we have to trust what they're saying and get them the necessary help if they can't get help. So that's how I feel about that.
All right. So let's talk about excuse versus explanation. Again, I'm having a bit of a hard time deciphering exactly when it could be used as an excuse, but I'll try to give an example. Perhaps, there is work that we have to do or a task that we have to perform, and we say, well, for my mental health, and perhaps we call and we say, I'm not feeling well today, mental health wise. Although that's not a good example because we don't give reasons why we're not at work. You're sick. You don't get into specifics.
Sometimes you say I have the flu, I have the cold, but sometimes persons do.
Yeah, but it's not required. That's the thing.
No.
So you don't have to say.
You're correct.
Yeah. So excuse versus explanation. I suppose it's easy just to say mental health without getting into articulating what those issues are. But again, are you required to do that?
But excuse is basically you're caught in something and you're trying to defend it to the best of your ability to prove why it is not the way that it appears or seems. Whilst explanation is, look, this is the situation, I've been medically diagnosed, and I am asking for your help or your leniency to allow me to do this whilst I still work. But not having an explanation and the constant excuse, although we say we can't tell someone how they're feeling, might make, let's just use the employer, might make the employer think like, this person playing games.
I don't know. It's weird for me because, again, this is such a taboo topic. And, we're talking about it more, but really in some respects it is because we know that we come from this place where everybody's crazy once they start to act a certain way. And that's what we say, right? So we're talking about mental health now, and then you're mindful that if you do it, maybe one too many times, you're going to get that label. Not that you care, because I really don't, but you know what I mean. Anyway, is it a catch-all excuse for our behaviors or moods? Can we say, well, I don't want to deal with this because you're affecting my mental health? Tough conversations that you can have. And does that become an excuse in those situations?
Because we use that mental health thing like, you're not good for my mental health. We use it a lot, even if we're having simple arguments. Like right now, you're bothering my mental health. My mental health is priority. I have no time. I need my mentals to be at peace today. I'm going to be like the young people. I need my mentals to be at peace today. Why are you stressing my mentals? So people use it all the time.
So it could be an excuse. Again, I'm not in the driver's seat. So it could easily be an excuse. It's difficult to say. But I could see it coming up when people don't want to have tough conversations. I definitely can. All right. So sometimes the use of mental health can cover up or shield an individual from taking responsibility for actions, behaviors, or moods, or excuse them from the work that true mental health requires. Wow.
They have a big project, deadline is coming, and they're overwhelmed because they procrastinate. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying stuff like these can overwhelm you, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm not there, I can't do this. I can't do this.
But when we think of this last part, and again, I'll go over it, the work that true mental health requires, what that says to me is that mental health, the label of mental health is just that, a label. You're not necessarily getting into the container to see exactly what it is that is affecting your health and how you can work towards improving your mental health. It's just mental health. That's it. And not really doing any work to address it. So in that case, it might easily be a label that people just use to cover a lot of things.
But do you really want to use that label, put it out in the universe and cause yourself to really have mental health issues? That's what I'm saying. We really have to be, like we like to say, oh, you're killing me. We should say that, or oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna die now.
I say that all the time.
I mean, just the little things that we say, we're nonchalant about it. I don't think we should. So the fact that we're using my mental and all these things every minute, we're like putting these things into being, or
you think
speaking them into being. I should say. Speaking is the correct word, not putting.
I don't know. I just think the fact that we're using the term more and more suggests to me that we are more comfortable.
Yes.
Speaking of it, so that is a win. It borders on abuse. I can see that when we're cavalier with our use, or we just really don't seem to be mindful that the extent rather of mental health, what it requires, what it means to be in good mental health. We just use it as a label, as I said, and we just slap it. We're good to go. It's weird. It's weird. But again, I'm no expert, so please don't quote me. I keep saying that.
But even the persons that persons often refer to them, because nobody's crazy, as crazy people. Even sometimes those that get the help.
Oh no, there are. Well, perhaps that's not the right word to use, but yeah, there are people who are insane.
Yes, correct is right. But sometimes they get the help, and then you just see them again on the same level. So I don't
know. This whole conversation is, again, a unique one to have. Because I suppose rather than being geared to the sensitivities of people who genuinely have mental health issues, it seems to be geared to the people who might not. And who might not be as sensitive to those issues. And so I guess we are talking to you and ourselves as well. Right. So it may appear in sentences like, again, mental health person sentences like, I can't go to work. Didn't we say that before? Because it is bad for my mental health.
You see?
Guys, is work bad for your mental health?
You see that?
Okay. I won't tell anybody. It'll be between us, okay?
What if the boss say, and I'm not giving bosses ideas, but okay, so my mental health can't pay you. Because you don't go to work.
Isn't it excuses? Because let's be realistic here. And I'll be honest with you, Hortensia. There are some environments that are really, really toxic.
I get those.
There are some environments in which things are so bad that people have either gotten used to them being bad or they do what other people do, which is just to sweep it under the rug, pretend that it doesn't matter, and you don't really put yourself in the position of someone who might be affected by all that's going on because you're not. And so you become indifferent, not realizing, of course, that health is a personal thing, as is mental health.
But Jamie, in all fairness, don't you think if your work environment becomes that toxic, that the best thing for the individual to do is leave? Because I always tell people that maybe it's tough.
You gonna pay my bills?
No, but Jamie, come on, don't use the excuse of mental health every day.
Are you gonna pay my bills?
Then you're stressing out yourself. No. But I mean, if
you're
it's
gonna
not
pay my automobile. Never mind. Anyway.
Okay, bills. All right.
No, but seriously, that's a reality in which we live. Everybody can't do what they want to do, which is ideal, because things affect other things. And so you might want to leave a toxic environment. It's not going to be that easy because you have to think about the aftermath. What if you do? What if you have dependents? How are you going to take care of yourself and them? And so you do what is required, which is putting up with it as much as you can, but at the same time,
really damaging your mental.
Well, there's that balance, isn't it? Isn't there? There is that balance that, again, some people can't see because, as I said yesterday when we were talking about things within our locus of control, the external environment really isn't. You can't control that. You can control how you react to it. At a certain point, the question is, which of those pressures would be stronger? Would it be the internal pressure to do better and ignore, or would it be, to ignore the effects on your mental health, or would it be the external pressure that is affecting your mental health?
When you say do better and ignore, you mean improve on the work that you produce and just ignore the noise
around? Not the work per se, but the external factors that are affecting it. Okay, the way that I would like to look at it, since I gave you the pressure example, would be to consider an empty Coca-Cola or drink can. As you apply the pressure from the outside, what happens to that can?
It
contracts, right? Because there's more pressure on the outside than there is coming from the inside. When there's that balance, the can is perfect. Same air inside, outside, equal. When you look at it that way, and I'm looking at it this way, the internal pressure to withstand external pressure is there's balance, then you're fine. But sometimes that pressure from the outside just causes you to cave. And so it's that delicate balance that needs to be struck.
Wow. So we shouldn't use mental health. Yeah, we spoke on that one. We spoke on this one already. Many times mental health becomes a way of skirting real responsibilities. So folks, my advice to you, you don't have a mental health problem, please don't speak it into being. As Jamie would say, I'm not certified to say this, but please don't speak it into being. Do your best. And if the environment is toxic, I know it's hard for us as humans. We seem to like toxicity, and we oftentimes stay in situations that no longer benefit us. So my advice to you, look around, plan carefully, and then you leave.
And one final word, you're experiencing any issues, seek professional help.
Yes.
Seek professional help. All right, we'll be back in a moment with more GMS SKN. Stay tuned.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation, such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now for the directions, it's very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need, because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
I'll be dreaming of you tonight. Indeed.
Your husband doesn't hear me. Does anybody see her husband? I'm just asking. Okay.
Disclaimer there. Dreams are the manifestation of your subconscious. They represent your emotions and thoughts as well as your personality. The meaning of dreams isn't always straightforward, but here are some things your dream might reveal to you.
Yes. So, being chased, of course.
Have you had those ones?
Of course, everybody has those.
I've had them and I cannot outrun that person.
You cannot outrun that person.
No, it's rough,
It was a person. Lucky you.
Yes, because sometimes I see the face of the people. Like one time I saw the face of a person, but it wasn't a snake. And I'm like, oh my God, so that means that person is a snake. Like, they're conniving,
Wow.
That was my interpretation of it. Okay, so being chased. Chances are you're having trouble getting past some issue in your waking life. It could be a relationship squabble, a business opportunity, or just a nasty, nagging feeling.
So the issues are running you down. Hey.
They are.
For run issues.
So before we go to sleep, we have to just maybe do a little yoga and hum and set our minds clear. Yeah, so we won't dream.
Well, when we go to sleep, our minds continue to work. So
oh my gosh,
this is the way that things are manifested, really.
Wow. Okay. So next time I'm being chased, I have to check my life.
Well, by the way, if you've ever watched horror movies like Chucky, yeah, the being chased in dreams comes generally after that.
Oh, wow.
Or Jason. or Halloween.
Oh my God.
Or any of the others, you know, I mean.
Jamie, you're killing.
I don't never remember anybody saying that they've dreamt about being chased by the Black Panther. So it's...
because that would be a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you know that you're heading to someplace nice. Well, the Black Panther in the man in the costume, not the actual Panther, because then that'll be bad.
No, you said you'd be heading to someplace nice, so I figured you knew what you were talking about.
Oh man, Jamie, you always set me.
There it is. All right, here we go. Teeth falling out. Teeth falling out.
Never
this is a common dream.
Really?
It is. It is a common dream.
You mean the ones where your teeth fall out and you get $10?
Not the ones where you get $10.
I've never had a teeth falling out.
Yeah, this is one of those things. There were some superstitions. We might not get all of them, but there are some superstitions that are associated with things like this. So teeth are a symbol of power and confidence. After all, you show them when you were smiling. If they're, well, even if they're not yours, biting or even snarling, right? So having this dream means that your self-assurance might have taken a hit in the kisser. Wow. Love it, says Wallace. I love that play on words, a hit in the kisser. Yeah. Interesting.
So that means your breath stinks?
Is that what that means? No, Cortensia.
I'm just trying to...
That's not what that means. It's not literal, Cortensia. Power and confidence. So...
But he said... These dreams mean that your self-assurance may have taken a hit in the kisser.
Yes, Cortensia. Self-assurance.
What is the kisser then?
The mouth, Cortensia.
Exactly. So maybe your breath stank.
Oh my God. How do you get that from that? Help me. There are a lot of jumps here. How did you get that?
I just go deep. Oh, okay.
Self-assurance, Cortensia. Self-assurance.
Yeah, because you know, some people do this just to make sure they're sure that their breath is on fleek.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, now you gotta save me.
All right. You're saved. I'm done. I'm just saying.
You guys don't want to save me. Cortensia, go right away. Go right ahead, please. They don't want to save me today. Wow.
Oh, no, I'm done. I'm totally done. I'm going to let my co-host be. I wouldn't come up with any other thing.
Really?
Unable to find the toilet.
This one.
I've never had... Have you had one of these?
No.
No, I've never had the unable to find the toilet situation dream. No. No. I guess toilets don't like being in my dream. If you can't take care of business in your dream, it's possible that you're metaphorically blocked in waking life. Wallace suggests, this Wallace guy. You may have something you need to purge. Ooh, the movie. Whether it's a toxic friend or a soul-crushing job, and you fear it will be messy. See? The mentals again.
Wow. You do realize that there's more than one interpretation to a particular dream. This really, yeah. Sorry. The only thing I can think of when I read that caption is that infamous jogger who was caught on camera on a full-of toilet. And yeah, he went to the bathroom in public. Let's put it that way. And then he got up and he continued to run. But somebody's camera caught him.
But he went to the 2-bathroom?
He created his own Cortensia.
No, but I mean he went to the 2-bathroom and not the 1-bathroom. You feel me?
I do.
Okay. Wow. They had a little video going around the other day. This lady standing there minding her own business. A homeless lady. Well, let me not judge her. This lady that looks like she's homeless, she comes up, pulls down, toes, go. And the lady in front of there is drinking her coffee and she doesn't even realize. Like...
But you do, and we're hearing about it today.
So she was unable to find a toilet in reality in life.
Means handling your business, all right? Yeah. You're unable to handle the business.
So purge, flush out everything bad. Flush out
everything naked in public. Here we go. I'm not going to be that way, but we are talking about the dreams. Yeah. All right, so.
Never had
what does it mean? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure some people have had this dream. Some of you listening right now. All right, so it means that you're feeling out of place, vulnerable, and scared of being exposed. Perhaps your new job or relationship is making you uneasy, and if the dream takes place in a classroom, it's possible that whatever you learned there continues to make you insecure.
Oh, wow.
So you are feeling exposed. Okay. So the insecurities are showing. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
You know, the simple thing would be for somebody to say, hey, it means that you got a great body and you don't mind showing it off, right? But apparently that's not where we're going with this. That's not where we're going with this.
I find these dreams are just unearthing all of the insecurities that the human mind may have.
It's funny because sometimes, there are dreams that I've had and so on, and looking for the interpretation, it's like, no, that's not it. No, that might be it. Yeah, no, So again, you're taking these things with a grain of salt, really.
Yes, indeed. So, unprepared for an exam. Everybody's had this. This is the dream you have during CXC. No matter how much you study, you jump out of your sleep, aka, and think, I'm not ready. Did I study this? Did I? Y'all, I got a distinction in social studies, right? Story time right here. So I studied so hard for my exam. And then when I was in the exam room, instead of writing Islam, Hortensia mixed Muslim with Islam and write Muslim. When I saw I got a distinction, I was like, huh? And this is what was happening to me because I studied, and I jumped out of my sleep. I'm not ready. And I still go and write Muslim, but they understood, so they gave me my distinction. Yeah. Muslim. I created a whole new word. See, I was creating a long time. I should have coined that word.
Wow.
Muslim and Islam. Muslim. Jamie, for the entire comprehension that I wrote, Muslim. The word was not.
Well, they could only penalize you once. They knew what you meant, so they wouldn't penalize you all the time. It'd be unfair to do that.
And I was like shocked when I saw this thing. So I was like, oh, they wrote Muslim. Thank you, CXC. So unprepared for an exam. Are you a perfectionist? Look at her right here. Is this a reoccurring dream or nightmare? Chances are you live in fear of messing up even things you're well prepared for. Muslim. My story was so perfect for this. If you dream about flunking an exam you've already passed, this could reflect worries about performance, not actual competence. And I had that dream for maths too, which I got a whopping 4 in basic maths. But then the preceding year I went back and I got a whopping 3 in general maths. Look at me. I upgraded.
Listen, I'm just wondering, is there anybody else who thinks that this right here reads like the mesothelioma commercial? If you or someone call one. I'm sorry.
Yes, call the lawyers. Yes, because you've already,
seriously,
you've already passed the examination that you have mesothelioma. So call us.
Wow, honestly, not happening today.
Yeah,
flying like Sally Fields, flying none.
I've had the Peter Pan and Tinkerbell moments a lot. Yeah, that I actually want to run off and try to fly when I'm awake, but it doesn't work.
As far as I'm aware, the only flying that I do is on a plane. All right, here we go. So, just like in your dream, you've most likely surmounted a big obstacle in your life. At this moment, you may feel free of limitations and open to making unfettered decisions. If you or someone you know, never mind.
Jamie.
Say.
But I've had the flying dreams a lot, and listen. Sometimes I wish I could fly, because I just need a break from down here. So, I just go up there, hang with the eagles for a minute and then come back down.
Yeah, I think we ought to get off of this one because as soon as you said, "I wish that I could fly," no, please don't. No, that song. No, never mind. I didn't want to mention him. I didn't want to mention him, to be honest with you.
But it's a song. It's not the singer, because maybe somebody else wrote it too.
Yeah. Moving on. Wow.
Have you ever had that dream and then you feel like you're falling off the bed, and then when you jump out, you're in the middle of the bed? That dream gets me all the time.
I don't know.
You never had the falling dream?
I think that there are superstitions concerning what will happen if you, say, fall from a few stories and you don't awaken before you actually hit the ground. Because for those of us who've had falling dreams, I'm aware that, well, at least people I've talked to, actually awake before they hit the ground.
Oh, wow.
Because
so they get to the end of the bed.
Huh?
They get to the end of the bed.
But that's the thing, because it's like superstitious. If you hit, and I've heard this, I don't know how true it is, because nobody who's ever fallen and hit the ground has come back and told me that, when I was alive, this is actually how I died. But there are some superstition concerning what happens if you actually dream that you hit the ground, because obviously if you hit the ground, you're going to be severely injured or worse.
Oh, wow. Even though you fell from your bed, that's not too high?
Not the bed. I'm talking about an actual, dramatic fall.
Okay.
Like the kind you see in movies.
Okay, got that. So, following this dream often reflects a perceived failure in your life or a realization that you don't have control over a situation. Wow. Wow. So that's what falling means.
I see. Okay.
So get your situation under control.
So you start flying and then you fall. Never mind. All right, being late. Being late.
Fall back to
Here
the
we
ground.
go.
Being
Wait, is this a dream or is this some
It's a
people's
dream,
reality?
it's a dream.
Come on, let's talk about it. Reality is that.
Oh,
well, that's real. Violence. Can we talk about that in a dream?
late.
Being late. That's not a dream. That's some people's reality. Ultimately,
It is, but I dream of being late all the time. One time I came home from when I was flying with Leah. I came home.
You were flying. Okay.
Yes. I flew to St. Kitts and I came home after 6 that morning. So I'm home here in St. Kitts and I'm sleeping. Jamie, I suddenly flew out of my sleep and I'm like, I gotta go, Mom, I'm late for work. She'd be like, yo, go back in your bed. You just come.
Did anybody else hear her just now? She suddenly flew out of her sleep. I was like, where are you going? That's what I was thinking.
That's how we say it in GT, like fly out to your sleep.
Out of your sleep.
Flew out of my sleep. Because I literally jumped up and started running out the bed. Like, I'm late for work. But a lot of persons that fly, that happens to them a lot. Being late. The being late dream.
Being late dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've had
Let's
crew
find out what it means.
came in early, like 11 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock they're dressed and downstairs, and you'd be like, where are you going? He'd be like, but it's the next day, y'all not going to work? We'd be like, no, it's 6 o'clock. PM.
Right, so here it is. Whatever you're rushing to in your subconscious represents a real life goal or milestone. There's likely an actual deadline looming, or maybe an arbitrary one, like having a certain salary by the age of 30 or 40, and it's stressing you out big time. So you are, well, hey.
I have not had that being late dream in a minute.
Is there anyone else who sees the humor now in the caption being late? Because, yeah, for a certain gender, it means something else. Just saying. And if you have that dream of being late, you might be scared of something. Am I good at dream interpretations or what? You might be scared of something. I don't know. Or you might be excited about something.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know. You tell me. Or don't. It's fine.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him, God.
And that is to say there's more than one way to interpret a dream.
Indeed,
all right. So
indeed.
hopefully you found this segment entertaining. It was interesting, to say the least.
It was.
And since I don't want to be late to the next segment, we're going to take a break now. So we'll see you on the other side of the commercial.
Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one keep fit and maintain blood pressure and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, Chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes. Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one, keep fit and maintain blood pressure, and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat?
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. The question is, how well do you know the Caribbean? Can you identify the Caribbean country based on its flag? And what about its capital or even its shape? Well, today, Cortensi and I... I'm getting ahead of myself because I normally say you and I, but you and I will definitely go head to head to identify Caribbean countries based on, I guess what I just said. Just their shapes. So here I was thinking that I had to go learn the flags, feeling terrible because I don't know the flags. But now we have to identify the shapes. That works for me. And as always, we're inviting you to play along with us.
Wow.
And hey, post comments of your guesses, right?
I got this.
I don't have anything.
I got this.
I don't have anything at all. This is...
Let's do this.
Oh, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Let's do this. That's another show for another day. Alrighty. Federico. All right, that works.
I think Jamie cheated.
Or perhaps I had a dream that the first guest would be Federico, right?
Oh my gosh. Somebody agreed with me.
Nobody agreed with you.
Somebody did. You weren't paying attention. Oh.
St. Martin?
No. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Wait. Is that Desserad? But I don't.
Okay. Panama.
Panama?
St. Martin, I had it right the first time, but hey, you see that? So I actually had it right. Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't working.
But if you want to know if I was cheating, if you can look where Panama is, it kind of looks like Panama right now. Right?
Yo,
That's
I see what Jamie's doing.
That's after the fact.
This is why I can't win.
But I got it right.
This is why I can't win. Jamie is secretly looking at the shapes behind.
Panama was wrong. There was no shape there in the first place. But you can see why I would say that, judging from what you see on the map.
Mm-hmm. Jamie be seeing these
Since I
shapes,
thought St. Martin was incorrect. And unfortunately for me, it was.
Look at you. 2 for 2. Let's do this. Come on.
Okay, I think you got that.
Butterfly. Butterfly.
You said it before I did.
Butterfly. Butterfly.
Guadeloupe and Martinique. Are we getting it right?
Oh, no. That's the Saints. And that's a rod right there below.
I'm kidding.
You can't catch me at the Butterfly Island. No boy. Oh, Zay.
That's
Barbados.
Grenada. Dominica.
I should have said it, you know. I thought it looked like that.
Guys, we're doing really well, aren't we? Not. So anyway, hopefully you were getting.
Hey, speak for yourself. You got
better.
2. So you're doing excellent.
That's not excellent.
That's excellent. I only got 1. Listen. Hispaniola.
Jamaica.
Oh, man. Why did I say Hispaniola?
I don't know why you said Hispaniola.
Because I was hoping to split it in the middle.
Really?
It's missing a little kind of foot or tail or whatever it is. Nose or something that hangs off. Jamie, the dream of your tree is the wish of somebody else.
By the way,
you're doing well.
For those of you who don't know, when you travel, Jamaica is the capital of the Caribbean, right? You tell somebody you're from the Caribbean. Which part of Jamaica are you from? Literally. That's what you get. If they don't know, right?
We got plenty more islands down here, folks.
No capital, by the way. Just the most popular.
Yep. Everybody wants to go to Jamaica.
The Dominican Republic.
What?
The Dominican Republic.
No, obviously it's not. Oh, it is.
Obviously it's not.
Y'all,
obviously it's not.
Because it took a while to load. That's why I said, y'all, Jamie, you be seeing them shapes behind it. You got 20/20 vision.
I did geography.
Okay.
Like
I'll give you
maps.
that.
I read maps.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Shameful that the person who flew never realized the shape. Something. Oh, only the butterfly one. Because I intentionally looked down to make sure it was butterfly shaped. Yeah. And I flew to the DR as well. Ooh. Barbados. Never adult, never adult, never adult. Moment in Barbados.
If I got this incorrectly, something would be wrong with me.
It's Barbados.
Right? That's incorrect. Something would be wrong with me.
See, I said it with you, but not with you. I said it behind you, but it's Barbados. And that's why St. Lucia confused me, because I was wondering. Okay. Yeah. Look at Jamie. Oomph. Doing well.
You back.
Oh my gosh, is he going to steal all? I got to get my buzzing game back on. Let me work in my hands. Say it. Oh my God. Sitch. He's got sitch.
Well, other people are getting them all correct. I'm not. I think it's the Nevis.
Baton ball. That's all.
I think everybody got that.
GMS Scan Nation. Jamie's buzz game is on point today. For some reason, my hands aren't touching my buzzer. Wow. I think I know that island. Wait, let me tell you. Dominica?
No.
Martinique?
Belize.
Stand down. Never been to Belize. Don't know how Belize shaped. Wow. Look at Jamie. Numero 8.
Belize. Yeah. It's part of the Caribbean. Go.
Trinidad and Tobago. I said that. Oh, man. Something is delaying me today. There's a delay atmosphere in my gaming. GMSCN Nation, tell us, how are you doing? How many points have you garnered just yet? Oh, somebody sorry for me and gave me a point. Thank you, guys. Thank you for appreciating me. Wow. 7 is a number of perfection. Dominica. It's not Dominica?
Grenada.
Stop it. Man, and Carrier Coup and Petit Martinique. Listen, I need to be locked up. The fact that I can't get these
I have
Caribbean
friends from these places, so I didn't know what they look like.
I flew for 12 years. I had the opportunity of looking down at these islands. Why am I getting them wrong?
I don't know. You never looked out of the window, Cortense.
I do all the time, especially when we would position an aircraft where there's no passengers, so we don't have to take care of anyone. So I took the opportunity to look down and look at the shape of the islands, etc., etc. I've lost my island pizzazz. 10-2.
Haiti.
Oh. That's Haiti? No, that's not Haiti. How is that Haiti?
How is that not Haiti? That's the question.
Because, see, I'm looking for Haiti on the Hispaniola thingy. See the nose that I was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. So I missed the nose. But then now it looks like the first finger, you see? How it is? Yeah, it looks like a finger now. So I'll change it from the nose. Then it still has a little, yeah. So there's a finger and a nose, yeah.
Wow, is there a poll going on, by the way? Who are you? We normally do these polls, right?
Oh my gosh!
Who are you supporting today as the winner? It's very close, as you can tell.
Wow. What?
I've got 1 and 1, and you've got 2. I mean,
see, good thing I didn't tell Jamie he was going down, because Lord, really this is shameful. Dominica. Montserrat? Jesus.
And it gets better. You guys know what these answers are. I hope you're doing better than we are.
What? No. We don't speak French today. This is not we. You are doing better. No French today, sir. No French.
You are doing better than we are. Sure.
Oh, Jamie's doing excellent. Dominica, man. I'm going to try for Dominica until I get Dominica.
I think somebody added this to the reel at that particular moment because they know that you just said Dominica, so they're like, let's just give her Dominica.
Everybody just, the other islands, I got 3. 3 is the lucky number. Although Jamie got double digits, I'm happy.
Alrighty, so this is where we end this segment today. Yeah, so apparently we can benefit from studying more Caribbean a little more, the Caribbean a little more.
Yeah.
Both of us. All right.
Me alone. He's got this.
Hopefully you had fun playing along. We'll be back in a moment with more GOOD SKN. Stay tuned.
Welcome to another edition of Infused Friday. We have another great infused water recipe for you to try out. Pineapple and sweet red bell pepper. I know what you're thinking, but this will bring a pep in your step. Here are some of the benefits you may experience from this exotic combination. Pineapple juice is rich in a variety of vitamins and minerals. It's especially packed with manganese, copper, vitamin B6 and vitamin C, all of which play important roles in the proper functioning of your body. Red capsicum or red bell pepper contains lycopene and a phytonutrient which helps to keep a healthy heart. It is also a rich source of folate and vitamin B6 along with antioxidants known to protect the body against free radicals. I know you cannot wait to try out this amazing fruit and vegetable infusion. Let's get you started with the following ingredients. You will need 6 pineapple cubes, 6 red capsicum cubes, enough fresh water to fill your jug or bottle. And the directions. Remember to wash your ingredients well. Chop and slice ingredients as necessary. Add to ingredients to a large jug or bottle. Stir ingredients and add fresh water and stir. Let it infuse, settle, and then serve into tall glasses. Can you taste the goodness already? Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Good morning, SKN. Wagwan. Yo, it's Bensley coming to you live from Jamaica. You see it already. See me, I say Caribbean people stand up and I love this. This show is very important. You understand me? Yeah, man. Studio 327. Bensley, it's a big up. See me, I say. I'm the whole innocent crew. Yeah, man. More love.
Good morning. This is Karen of Paris and support from Paris no more. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Yo, this is your boy Smiley of the Grandmasters Band and you're watching GMSKN. Hey, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're watching GMSKN. What up?
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN and the return of Caribbean Connections. Today's guest wears and have worn numerous hats. Her Excellency, Miss Henrietta Elizabeth Thompson, affectionately known as Liz, is a Barbadian lawyer, politician, senator, and author. She is also the former ambassador to the UN for Barbados and has made significant contributions to sustainable energy policies. As a politician whose career began in 1994 until 2008, she has held several portfolios and esteemed positions during her tenure. In 2010, she joined the UN as an Assistant Secretary General until 2013. After her aforementioned tenure, she would go on to hold 2 other prestigious positions whilst at the UN. We can continue to laud this woman of excellence. Without further ado, it's our pleasure to welcome to Good Morning SKN and Caribbean Connections, Her Excellency, Ambassador Elizabeth Thompson. Good morning, Ambassador, and welcome.
Thank you so very much. Good morning to you and Happy New Year.
Same to you as well. I forgot we were in that stage. Funny that we're in January.
Although the year is going so quickly already, huh?
No, it is. It sure is. So, Ambassador, you were born in the United Kingdom. What is your connection to the island of Barbados?
Well, my parents were part, and I have to tell you, I've done many media interviews over the years. You're the only person who's ever asked me that, so thank you for that question.
Yeah.
My parents were actually part of the Windrush generation.
Okay.
So they went to the United Kingdom in the 1950s when so many Black Caribbean nationals were migrating there because there was a horrible, a very severe labor shortage. And as you know, many of these persons, many of these many of the people who migrated, many of the Caribbean migrants, became significant players in the London transport system, the healthcare system, etc. My godmother, one of my godmothers, eventually became the first Black woman to become an inspector on the London buses and the London bus service. My dad was one of the first Black men, he and a Jamaican, to become signalman in the railway service. And that was an extremely prestigious job in those days because the trains were operated manually. It wasn't all automated like now. So they were really responsible for the safe running and the transport of all of the people on the trains. And they had to moderate the signals to make sure that trains could change lanes and move in and out of stations safely without collision. And they encountered great prejudice. My parents were fortunate enough. They worked hard, 2 jobs each, and bought property in London in the 1950s. So that is really my connection. There was a very bad winter. I think it was either 1961 or 62, perhaps 63, somewhere in that region. And Dad decided he had had enough of the cold in London and he wanted to come back to Barbados. And so he left and opened the second laundry and dry cleaning service in Barbados, which is still open today and run by my sister. So that's a very long answer to your question, but I'm so excited that you asked it because, like I said, nobody has ever asked me that before.
Oh, happy.
All right, so Ambassador, you said something that resonated with me in your answer to Cortensia's question just now, which was about prejudice that those folks experienced. And in listening to your speech at the Prime Minister's Gala, a small island, sustainable island state, when you were speaking to inclusivity, when you implored the Prime Minister to be inclusive, I want to ask you now, as a woman, as a Barbadian woman, as a Black woman, as a woman who just expressed a lot of facts about the Windrush generation and your godmother becoming the inspector. When you look at your role as a leader and as a woman, do you think that you are uniquely positioned, which I think you are, to not only look at the past and see what we needed to do, how far we've come, but where we need to go in the future as we talk about inclusivity?
I think that's such an interesting perspective that you're raising. I don't know if I'm uniquely placed. I think my generation is, because we came from the period of colonialism. We lived through colonialism. We were part of the generation that saw independence very early in our lives. And certainly in relation to Barbados, we are now moving to republic status. So really the question is, how does this generation prepare a Caribbean that allows the next generation, the succeeding generation, to achieve their full potential and to be recognized as valued world citizens? And I think that is important for policymakers. What kind of Caribbean are we shaping and framing? What kind of future do we envisage for our people? So that is an important component of it. But I think the second really very important aspect of this matter of inclusion is the whole issue of socioeconomic inclusion in societies where people are under so much economic pressure, where people feel that there's an us and them, that they are not, the state, the country does not invest in them by allowing them to achieve their full potential, by ensuring that they have a stake in the country's wealth. How do we change that to ensure that all people, irrespective of their social address, irrespective of whether they are brilliant or physically or mentally challenged, irrespective of their gender, that they can live full lives of dignity with all of the benefits that citizenship has to offer, and that they're truly included and they can invest in the society. And I don't mean economically invest, even though that is important. I mean fully invest themselves in the well-being of a society because they truly believe that that society is equally invested in them.
Well said. We are going to stick on the gala. You came for the gala. How did you enjoy St. Kitts? And how excited were...
Go on, sorry. No, tell me.
You came for the gala. How did you enjoy the Federation? I would have hoped you would have went over to Nevis. And how did you enjoy the gala?
The gala was the bomb.
I like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a wonderful time.
I'm glad you did.
The Prime Minister was so gracious, and his team, and the St. Kitts Labour Party and the organizers. I think that is how every country should start their new year, quite frankly, because not just was it a good time where everybody was able to attend, well, as many as the can hold, but certainly it allowed you to celebrate your country in a wonderful way. Insofar as somebody is asked to deliver a feature address, it allows you to attend to what Stalin calls duty in his song Wait, Dorothy, Wait, duty before pleasure, and focus your mind on, what is ahead, what can you do. And their theme was new beginnings, which really is very relevant for a new government, the beginning of a year, a political party that has to craft a new vision in a very, very difficult period of history. So I had a wonderful time. I asked them if they couldn't find a reason to get me back the following weekend, and they did, because the one of the feature address speaker for the Business and Professional Women's International meeting, which was the following weekend, canceled, and I got asked to fill the slot. So it was a great gig.
Nice.
I know we didn't plan to discuss this, but since you brought it up, Ambassador, what did you talk with those women about?
Essentially, my speech was crafted around the fact that despite the Women's Action Platform and agenda, which is called the Beijing Platform of Action, designed many years ago, and despite what we think is all of the legislation and what we think are all of the mechanisms intended to move women to equal social and economic status, that the barriers, the research done by the World Economic Forum is demonstrating that it would take 145 years now since COVID. Before COVID, it was maybe about 110, 115, to bridge the social economic disparities between men and women. In fact, in the Caribbean, women work for between 60 to 80 cents on a man's dollar. The majority of the unemployed are female. The majority of the poor are female. The majority of poor households are female led, despite the fact that there are so many female graduates from the University of the West Indies. Male graduates tend to get employed before they do, irrespective of how well qualified the women are. So we think that we have done great in the Caribbean on this issue of gender equity. But when you take the data and you break it down, you see that we have not done as well. So I was looking at the whole concept of the utilization of resources. There is no enterprise in the world where you would underutilize 50% of your resources and call it a success. So I was looking at that whole issue and talking about some of the measures that could or should be taken to try to improve the issue of gender equity, and for us to have a discussion across the region really about what gender equity means, and to deal with this perception that women have become so highly successful that we don't have any issues in the Caribbean. And I didn't even just now in my remarks start to get into the matter of domestic and gender-based violence. So it was, I think, an important framing speech in the gender space, and something on which we need more discussion.
Yes.
Definitely so. Thank you for your insight and sharing that bit of information with us.
Yes.
We'll take a quick break and we'll be back to speak with you on the other side of it, Ambassador. More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with Her Excellency Ambassador Elizabeth Thompson, who is Barbados Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Barbados with responsibility for climate change, small island developing states, and law of the sea. And she also serves as Deputy President of the Senate of Barbados. So, Ambassador Thompson, my question to you now is, given your responsibility, the areas of your responsibility, particularly as it concerns climate change, how have you seen small island developing states, particularly those in the Caribbean, being affected by climate change? And what is the nature of your work to ensure that we could be resilient to it?
Well, we see Caribbean states being significantly affected by climate change, whether it has to do with the influx of sargassum seaweed, whether it has to do with the increasing intensity of extreme weather events and freak weather events. Only at Christmas we had storms. I think it was in St. Vincent. We had the ash fall, even though that isn't directly weather. We've had bad storms, Maria, Dorian, and you could go on. We see our changing coastlines, intense heat and drought affecting water resources, and so on. So I think that this is really an issue that is going to be now generational, that it is something that we are going to have to be formulating policy for, building resilience, addressing issues of adaptation and mitigation. In relation to my own work, it involves working at the level of policy implementation in Barbados, supporting policy formulation. It involves international engagement, so that I would have attended the Conference of the Parties for the United Nations Framework Convention conference on climate change last November in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. In fact, I was asked by the Alliance of Small Island States, which is the umbrella body under which the Caribbean tends to negotiate. At that meeting, I was asked to be the pen holder, or the person responsible for drafting our perspective, the Caribbean perspective, into the final outcome document of the meeting. So that you asked about building resilience. So building resilience has to do with the policy formulation, with the advocacy and engagement at the national and international level, with public awareness, with ensuring that the Caribbean perspective is at the table, is shared, included and factored in to any international outcomes or regional outcomes, and that we understand that climate change is with us to stay, and therefore our policy planning and our programmatic implementation has to address the climate change, the wide ambit of climate change issues.
Mm-hmm. Is that, Ambassador, is that the reason why you were one of the two persons who played an integral part in coordinating the Rio+20 conference?
No.
Okay.
Actually, okay, so at the time, I had been a government minister, and we had just lost government, the Oinata administration in Barbados. I had lost my seat when we lost government in 2008. I actually applied and interviewed for a UN position at a very senior level to be executive director of the executive secretary, the post is officially called, of the UNFCCC, of the climate change process. I didn't get the job. Several people applied, and there was a short list of 3, and I was on it. I'm told that I came second. I didn't get, because at that stage it's highly political. And I didn't have the full support of the government at the time, because of course the government in office was not my government. And I didn't get the job. And that is not to say that the person who got it was not deserving, not at all. She was excellent. But I'm making this point for a reason. I am told that I interviewed so exceptionally that even though I did not get that job, I was in my house one day, maybe 6 months later, the phone rang, and a senior person was on the phone who said to me, "We remember the interview that you did. A post of Assistant Secretary General is coming up, which is the 4th highest rank in the United Nations for this Rio+20 conference on sustainable development, which is supposed to define how we do things going forward. Is this something in which you would be interested?" And I said, "Oh, yes, thank you for considering me. I'm deeply grateful that I was able to make a very positive impression on you. Yes, I would indeed be interested. Thank you so much for calling." And I put the phone down and went,
"Congratulations."
And I'm telling you all this because I want young people to understand, and women and professional people, that sometimes when you fail, it isn't the fact that you have failed. It is that you have done your best so that you position yourself for the future. So out of that failing interview, or out of the fact that I didn't get that job, came this job offer. And they were looking at the time for somebody who had been a government minister. I had 2 master's degrees, including one in energy. I had advocacy skills, and they actually were looking for a Black woman to lead this process. And I was grateful that of all of the people to whom the UN had access, that they tapped to me.
Nice, and congratulations on your achievement.
Yeah. So out of that came the sustainable development goals and all those kinds of issues that we are dealing with today. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're grateful that someone of your caliber representing the Caribbean has been able to contribute in that way, Ambassador. I do want to note very quickly that you were awarded the UN Champion of Earth in 2008. First person from the English-speaking Caribbean to be so recognized. Can you tell us about that? And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. This is an annual award that the UN gives. I imagine they screen thousands of people, and then they give it to people whom they think their policies, in the case of ministers, or their efforts have contributed in some way to helping to address issues relating to climate change and sustainable development. And in my case, I got mine for my work in sustainable development and climate change, having been a minister of government and also worked in consultancy in these fields. So basically, it was a recognition of the work that I had done leading Barbados's environmental and sustainable development policy and programs and initiatives. And, we had developed, for instance, the first, I'm sorry, I'm pulling one of these blanks. I think I had too little sleep last night.
Oh, hope you get more today.
I hope so, but it may not happen. We had developed sustainable energy policy, but Barbados actually developed the first green economy policy in our hemisphere. And that I had led that amongst numerous other things. And so the award was a recognition of my work. And I'm proud to say that since then, Prime Minister Motley received the same award last year for her work and her advocacy on climate change. And I think we're the only Caribbean country, one of few Caribbean countries to be recognized with this particular award, and the only one to receive 2.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Ambassador, I know that we could talk to you as long as we'd want to, but I know that we cannot keep you hostage.
Because you have to go. Maybe get a little sleep.
We are so aware of that, but this has been a very engaging conversation, and we want to thank you again for bestowing on us the honor to interview you today. Indeed.
Well, thank you so much to both of you, and Happy New Year to you and to all of St. Kitts and the rest of the Caribbean. And God bless us as we embark on the journey over 2023.
Yes.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you as well, and come back soon. I have to get that in there.
Right.
Yes, thank you.
Definitely so.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great day.
More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Good morning. This is Kayana Paris and support from Paris, Vermont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Good morning, SKN and Studio 327. This is Tao Batiste, one of your biggest fans. Just you're doing a lot of things well. Keep on that trajectory. Greatness, greatness, greatness.
Back by popular demand, it's What's Happening segment. And no, we're not ending the show. Don't worry about that. We're just bringing it to you a little earlier because somebody heard me say yesterday that we don't always get to the segment, so we made sure to get there today. So here's what's happening. First, are you interested in web development but don't know where to start? Well, Xavier Shaw, proud of him, a son of the soil, has a solution for you. With over 10 years of web development experience, he has launched his very own 5-week development certification course. The course includes one-on-one mentoring, 2-hour sessions, and 2 sessions per week. So you learn mobile-first design, user authentication, cloud deployment, and so much more. So for more information, visit that zhav.space, zav.space, zhav.space. Xavier was actually one of our first guests on this show as well. It preceded your time here, but very impressive young man.
Is that avatar representative of him?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
As close to it as possible.
I'm just trying to see if.
Yes.
So if I see the live person on the road, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a little.
Probably not, but probably not.
The Ross University of Veterinary Medicine Lab Week contest registered today for the Ross. Wait, no, I said that wrong. Registered today for the Ross University of Veterinary Medicine Lab Week Instrument Model Contest. You must register by January 31st, 2023, and you must submit your project by March 20th, 2023. Contest requirements: create a model of any of the featured lab instruments and submit a 2-minute video outlining its purpose and use, including the materials used in the process. Entries can be submitted under the following categories. All entrants must be enrolled in a school at the level submitted within St. Kitts and Nevis. Preschool, kindergarten to grade 2, grades 3 to 6, high school, 1st to 5th form. Non-cash prizes will be awarded to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners in each category at the following values. 1st place, US $250, 2nd place, US $150, and 3rd place, US $100. Non-cash prizes will also be awarded to the highest scoring models in the creative and sustainable judging categories. Most realistic award, US $50, and most sustainable award, US $50.
The most realistic award is the one that gets me because, like I said yesterday, when we were speaking with Ms. Bernier, it's going to be interesting to see how close they actually get to the actual models, right? To the actual instruments. So, can't wait.
I can't wait to see them either.
All right.
Yeah.
So continuing with what's happening, the University of the Virgin Islands 2023 Scholarship. Great news for you. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis invites graduates of the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College and the Nevis Sixth Form College to apply for UVI scholarships. Scholarships are only available to graduates interested in undertaking studies at UVI for a maximum of 4 years. The following documents must be delivered to the Ministry of Human Resources by Thursday, March 30th, 2023. 1 original and 2 copies of your completed application form. 1 original and 2 certified copies of your birth certificate. 1 original and 2 certified copies of high school certificates of qualification. 1 original and 2 certified copies of college certificates of qualification. And 1 original and 2 certified copies of the university acceptance letter. So this is to get you prepared for the next phase of your academic development.
Yes.
Hey, go for it.
Culturama registration. The countdown to the 49th anniversary of the Nevis Culturama Festival continues with the rollout of the application forms for the competitions to be staged as part of this year's festival. Here are the competitions and their deadline dates. Miss Culture Queen Pageant, March 31st. Miss Culture Swimwear, March 31st. Mr. Cool, March 31st. Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Pageant, June 2nd. Oh, my birthday. And Junior Kaiso Contest, June 2nd. Senior Kaiso Contest, April 28th. Soca Monarch Contest, May 19th. Junior and Senior Cultural Street Parades, July 7th. Emancipation Juve Troop, July 7th. So there you have the deadlines. So you go to the Secretariat in Nevis and you collect your forms and you sign up. Let's make Culturama 49 great. Should I?
Well, that doesn't rhyme now, so you have to find something that rhymes with 9. And I think you do have time to submit the slogan.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Moving on. The Nevis Youth Awards. The Youth Impact 12 Awards continue. It's that time again. I tried this yesterday in that voice. Let's try it again. Take 2. It's that time again. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's the open call for nominations for the Youth Impact 12 Awards. So the areas of nominations are, in January, we're looking at youth in entrepreneurship, in February, youth and technology, and in March, sports excellence. The deadline for February's nominations is January 27th. That's right around the corner.
Indeed.
That is, you know what? That's today.
Yeah.
What am I saying right around the corner?
My
That
mom's
is
fake
today.
birthday. Yeah.
That's a story for another day.
Indeed.
Not the 20, well, maybe today. Anyway, the deadline is today. After today, your submissions will be dead.
Yeah.
So for March nominations is February 24th. So get that. Deadline for February today. Deadline for March, February 24th. Visit the Nevis Department of Youth's office to collect a form to nominate an outstanding youth. And persons can also call 469-5521 or email dept.youth@niagov.com. That's dept.youth@niagov.com for more information.
Indeed. So nominate the youth. Let them know that their contribution to society at this stage is appreciated. Beauty entrepreneurship training. The Taiwanese. Okay.
We're hitting the rewind button because we talked
excited,
about this before, and I guess you're really excited about that
I'm really
one.
excited. It's ongoing, right?
Like I said, great time to be a woman. Right, it works, right? So that's what's happening. Well, apart from pretend you're doing exercise live on television. Anyway.
By the way, no, let's not go yet. GMSK Nation, you have not told us how you like our new studio. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. And with that said, see you after this short break.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
no cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now for the directions, it's very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon slice, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Good morning. This is Karen Paris and support from Paris Lamont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moen Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
In the spirit of fun and of course, Friday, Jamie and I are going to play Shambara on Nintendo Switch. So leave us a comment and let us know who you are cheering for, Team KK or Team KK or Team J.
Good question, right? Team No Way, maybe? Hey, never know, right? All right, so we're getting ready to play. It's a very active game. You're going to see us looking like we are fighting with each other.
Oh my gosh, but we're not.
Our avatars will be, characters will be.
Yes.
But we're not. Okay, so this is me. I have to press that button. Got you.
And then I have to press that button too?
Yes, you do.
But isn't I?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my bad. Help.
It's already going bad.
Oh. Was that Jamie that fell in the water? That better be Jamie that fell in that water.
Replay.
Wow. You really gotta show my KO? You really gotta show my KO. All right.
Oops, here we go again, and I'm already ready to fight.
Uh-huh.
I think I've perfected
Jamie,
the move.
I honestly think that you are the autocorrector, in the pink.
That's what yeah, right.
I swear, because when I press my thing, I'm seeing that guy in the green. You sure it's not me that's beating you up?
Which I'd say, really.
Yes.
The moves were like mine. For the Forever J. You see that letter there?
Somebody just changed that for you. Somebody just changed that.
Wow.
Yes.
It's not changed. All right.
I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying here. I'm bad at video games.
Where do we go from here?
I'm bad at video games.
Press it again. We replay. Here we go.
You pressed?
All right. Yep.
Okay.
I guess not.
What? Wow. I guess your avatar just wants to celebrate.
Yeah, but we are going to play again. I guess I'm giving you a reprieve, right? Because it was so terrible a loss.
Can somebody tell me how to play this game? Because I'm losing terribly.
You switch your hands, Cortezia. That's what you do.
Oh, so now I can whack. Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Whack.
Cortezia. No,
I'm excited to whack,
Cortezia.
Jimmy. I'm excited to whack. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Fight.
I've got like one move.
What happened was?
And I figured it out while we were practicing, and I'm like, this is it. This is great to go. That's all you need to do.
Can you tell me that move?
No way. If you can't figure it out.
Anybody willing to tell Cortezia what that move is,
Here we go,
please?
Cortezia. Let's go, guy.
Me? Alrighty. Let's do this. Oh. I still get beat after all of that? All of that move and I still beat.
That was a lot of effort, wasn't it?
my life.
That was a lot of effort.
Because I was on your skin. I figured out to move. I'm coming for number 3.
Uh-huh. You're coming for number 3?
Yes.
Alrighty.
This is serious here.
As soon as we figure out where to go with these
What?
things.
Man, stop celebrating. Take a back seat.
forever.
Take a back seat.
All right, so here we go. Boy. This is so bad.
Wait.
So ready.
We're just ready to pummel each other. I had it. What did I do wrong? I had it, because I made him see some stars.
Yeah, and then you saw all that and more. Not only did you fly, but you fell.
Man, I'm gonna get you.
Finally. Finally. Finally.
I will not be beaten anymore.
So we have to go to round 3.
Yep.
I got beaten by a girl once. Once.
We're not taking this.
Like once.
Are we ready to fight?
Whoa!
Back for
Okay,
you.
twice.
Back for you. I'm not taking this. Not taking this. I won.
Okay, that's a knockout.
Yeah, that she saw me.
That's a knockout.
I figured it out.
You know how so happy she is when she's winning? What's going on here?
Funky chicken.
Alrighty. So this is where we say thank you for joining us today for another edition of Good Morning SKN. You know what? Yeah, follow us on our Facebook page, which is Facebook and YouTube at studio327inc.com. I'm out of breath, actually, like I was engaged in a physical fight here. So follow us on our Facebook and YouTube page, and also on our Instagram page at studio327inc.com, and also at Good Morning SKN, which is another Instagram page of ours. Visit our website at www.studio327inc.com. And let us know what you think. All right?
Yeah. And our favorite part. Leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. And let us know what you want to see on the show. You can send us ideas. We appreciate it. And see you on Monday morning at 8 a.m. when I implore you. I ask you. I beg you. I tell you to start your morning with us right here at 8 a.m. at Good Morning SKN. Have a great weekend, guys, and thank you as usual for tuning in daily. See you on Monday.
Bye, guys.